Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. Hi. Let me turn the lights down here. Getting blasted here. Hello. Yes. Hello, hello. Yes, hello, everyone. Let me make sure I've got everything going on. Good evening. Today we've got an amazing dinner set out for you. I know. You want to know what it is, right? I know. Well, let me bring in the video segment. There we go. Yeah, what are we doing? Okay, we're going to be making some artichoke fettuccine. Yeah, let me get the header up here. There it is. Artichoke fettuccine, 6 for 6. All right, let's do this. Hello, Vaughn. Welcome. Fettuccine is not even big carbs, man. You're talking about vegetable infused fettuccine, the finest in the world, organic, non-GMO. Yeah. And the artichokes are ripe. They are ripe. And, I grow artichokes. I don't know if you know this, but I have a very interesting garden, which I grow amazing food. I'm not going to really focus on that right now. Let me stop the scroll for you. I know, it's kind of annoying, isn't it? 6 for 6 is simply what you can do with a limited budget. And I'm going to drop out of that and bring on, I'm David Sponheim, the American Original. Welcome. Yeah, I've got my fruit enzyme spray here, in case the portable bottle. The glass bottle's in the other room. Okay. You grow your own carbs? Well, we did an Amazon thing before I started boycotting Amazon. And Sarah bought a whole bunch of these 8-ounce packages of organic fettuccine. De bowls. So we got a really good deal. I think it was less than $1 a package for 8 ounces, which is decent, Oh yeah, and it's the good thing about this stuff is it's infused with Jerusalem artichoke, which is even better, So it's got Jerusalem artichoke in it. It's organic, and it's non-GMO too. So it's everything I love in a fettuccine. And I debated about how we'd go with this, and I decided to go into the realm of pork. So the artichoke fettuccine with pork today will be special meal. Yeah, I can't wait. But right now I've got to get into fettuccine land at Periscope. Let me write with pork. Now you guys like turkey as an alternative because you believe that Allah is going to save you and you'll be living with 72 virgins. Or you believe that there was no great deity, Jesus, and that God is just the one entity that told you not to eat pork because it's a scavenger and you're Jewish. I knew you'd like that. Yeah, we've got a lot of Jewish people who support the show. As you know, I'm very much an ally with Israel. I just don't want them running our foreign policy with the Zionist elites dictating what we do. Big departure from Biden and Trump. And a chance for peace with Palestine, ironically. You are Yahweh, not Allah. Well, Yeshua, Yahweh, or Allah, you can go in either direction. Either way, you're having good food. So, we are going to use Dr. Meow's knife today. So let me get the camera lined up here. He sent me this knife packet. I understand everybody donated to this thing, T. Rucker and Lot Lizard and all the people that are making lots of money off of me. I had no idea that's what you guys were doing, but, sure enough. Yeah, I'm going to fill this up with some water, by filtered water. Sarah did a water check. Found out that Brita water does not filter very well, and she's going to get a zero water filter. Yeah. Here's my little kitchen. I've got a beautiful succulent garden today. And I'm growing romaine over here. See that? Oh, we got some amazing succulents too in the back there. Beautiful. This is a ghost plant, and I'm actually thinking of getting it into a basket and having it grow down like tendrils. I understand it can do that. Oh, we have a great well where we are. It's not does no fluoride in our community water. One of the reasons why I settled here 25 years ago is it has everything you need: a community, low cost community water. We even have a swimming pool. I don't use it, but you know. So this dish requires some pretty good. I got this for $2. Artichoke bottoms. I got the meat for $2. I paid $4 for 3 pieces, so it's $1.25 a piece. So I'm going to say $2.50 for that, $4.50 for that. Got this for $1, $5.50, and I think this I got for 50 cents. Now I think I'm gonna take it up to $7 just to be on the, you know. So I think a lot of you are frustrated with the concept of cooking for less. But what I will do, thank you, is I will add we're going to take it up to 7 people for dinner. No, I'm going to drop it to 5 because you're going to want to eat so much of it you won't even know what to do. Yeah, so 5 meals for $7. Okay, great. Now I'm going to get into Periscope. Hold, please. One moment, please. Accessing file. Now, if it sounds like a computer's in the background, it's because there's this thing I do where I pretend to be a computer. Yeah, it's just kind of a thing I've developed over the past 12 years. I am Dave, digital audio video entity. I've developed over the past 12 years. I am Dave, digital audio video entity. Okay, we're going to move into our ATP show format. And today is, of course, 9/24. And we're doing 5G tech, censorship, pandemic, 5G tech, cooking 5G. Cooking 5G. Ooh, 5G cooking 5G. Cooking 5G tech. Well, we will be cooking with 5G tech. Fantastic, Mr. Trump. Kwame Jackson was fantastic. Okay, we have a show now. If you want to go there, you can. Here it is. Accessing file. 5G. Cooking 5G. Ooh, 5G cooking. Cooking 5G. That microphone's a little hot, isn't it? Picks up a little, it's a little too hot. There's the Periscope show. Okay, I'm not monitoring DLive or iVlog or Periscope or the new one on Roku, which we don't talk about. But thank you for watching. Let's get busy. Okay, I'm going to turn on the burner at level 3, as we usually do. Making sure it's clean, of course. We're going to get that water on the level 6, heat it up, get a full boil going. I'm going to drop a little water out. Now, I triple filter my water, so if you happen to use any kind of a filter, this zero water filter, I highly recommend, and it's on sale for $19.99 at Walmart, and I don't represent the company. I just like it. Yeah. It takes out 99% of total dissolved solids. In fact, virtually amazing. And you know, one of the things is I have a lot of total dissolved solids in my water system. We have a reverse osmosis system that I use here. And it snakes underneath the, it snakes all the way underneath. That goes through reverse osmosis. You shouldn't use that in California because it wastes water. But now you're wondering, is this going to be a red sauce or a white sauce, right? Yeah, of course, we have a folder called Hearts, yes. I just happened to post that. Sarah's computer is the one I'm working on right now. Okay. All right, let's cut that onion. I like cutting the onion with the other knife better. Oh, there we go. Wow. Okay, always look at the knife when you're cutting with a really sharp knife. This has 67 layers of steel in it. It's Damascus steel from Syria. I was impressed, So I can't say thanks because these people made all this money censoring me, but I guess, yeah, great gift. How's that? Better than nothing, right? All right, here we go. Pulling the outer shell off of an onion, getting the pan hot first, and then we'll go ahead and use the, of course, safflower oil, which is by far the best oil in the world. How's that? You like that? Yeah, you ASMR people are gonna really enjoy that. Pump it. Yeah. Okay, so we'll get that oil on there. You can cook with olive oil. You can use, God forbid, use canola oil. Oh no, please, no, don't do that. See, I can hold my hand up and use the sprayer at the same time. This limits my intake of, this type of oil, so I can serve on money. And of course, who doesn't want to conserve on money? Well, if you're really rich, you don't have to worry about that, David. Somebody criticized my impersonation of Jacob Rothschild. I thought that was very insulting. Taking time bags, you are on my list, by the way. Yeah. That was very rude of you to criticize my impersonation of Jacob Rothschild. What if I was Jacob Rothschild? Wouldn't that freak you out? All right. Of course, he would be very offended if I was, impersonating himself, and he couldn't even impersonate himself. Jeez. All right, moving on. Cutting the onion is a quick measure because you want to do it without breathing the fumes, and if you do, never lose concentration on that knife. Always stay focused. And we'll use the old knife to scoop it in the pan. All right. Okay, rear is going on there. Okay, we're going to just cover that up. Today we're going to, of course, use everything, including a little bit of white Alfredo sauce I happen to have. So I did factor that in, but you might want to factor in some white Alfredo sauce. Keep it in the refrigerator. Keep the cover on it. If you find you don't use it, splash a little lemon on top. Yeah. No, you can't use WD-40 or 10 weight 30. Yeah, put a little lemon on top of the Alfredo. It actually prevents the mold from forming. And lemon will work with it just to hold down the fort. Some people don't use a lot of Alfredo sauce. So I happen to have a big batch of it, so I'm just going to throw it in toward the end of the cooking cycle. I saw Nadler pooping himself yesterday. It was so sad. And I hope he retires soon. But obviously not before the election because they're too concerned about. This was real. I mean, the guy has obviously been eating too much at Jewish delis, and people were watching him walk, and this is like really sad, He needs some help. You can see it right here.
On this subject, not part of this package, but part of preserving our democracy. With that, I'm pleased to.
All right. So hopefully he'll get past this troubled time in his life, and I would consider maybe possibly I'm going to go out there on a limb and just say maybe a massive amount of liposuction and possibly replacing his intestines with an artificial, something genetically modified. In this particular instance, a GMO intestine sac. But the whole weight thing, I mean, somebody must have told him somewhere along the line, you just can't eat bagels the rest of your life and lox and cream cheese. It's like, you see, I've been maintaining my incredible physical stamina and waist, as you can see. 39 waist. How about that? I know. Pretty impressive, huh? Hey, you thought I couldn't do it, right? I work out all the time, man. Thank you, Prince Andrew. I know you're not gay, so don't worry. Yes. Yeah, there's no evidence against you, Prince Andrew, so you have no evidence against you, so always remember that. Okay. We are going to factor in the Alfredo sauce, but I use it a small amount, so. That's why I added $7 to the dish, if you don't mind. It's just it was just a slight, manipulation of thought. Okay, let's move that up into the other territory so you can at least maybe see it better. Yeah, it's still kind of unseeable. I think I started out with the right color. Yeah, might as well go dark, No, that sucks. What about all white? Oh yeah, and then get the white in there and then bring in the green in the border. There you go. Now that's what I'm talking about. See? Okay, so once yeah, we're gonna go with a white sauce today because a red sauce would not work. It'd be hurtful. And the important part of this show is me slicing the pork ever so thin. Okay? So let's pull these two slabs. I had another slab out last night. Nice pork. I buy past due, so it's discounted heavily, but you can always smell it. Hang on. Yeah, it smells fresh. You'll know it when pork smells bad. You'll know it. It'll be bad. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take this knife, this really nice knife, and start slicing off of it. But first, I'm going to defat it, and that's the hardest part, really. Defatting it. It's indefatigable. So take a nice slice down the side there. Pull off that band of fat. You don't want that in the dish. Now this is pork loin, so it's the leanest of all the white meats. And pork is the white alternative, the other white meat besides chicken. That was a campaign slogan they used for many years, and yeah, you want to make sure you get that sinew off as best you can. All right. Always watching the knife. You got to be very skilled to handle a knife like this. Remember, your skin is almost like the same consistency as the pork. Yeah. So to some evil people, this would be like an act of cutting up a body. But I think the pig died for my life to live on, so I'm going to go with that concept. I don't have a problem with the pork or beef industry except to make it better when possible. I'm pretty pragmatic about that. I don't want to interrupt our great farmers and livestock growers with some push for soybean alternatives. I really don't think genetically modified soybean is going to be any better than this pork. Wow, we're coming on pretty fast. I'm going to go ahead and get that red pepper in there with it because I want that pork to enter the pan with a good spice going. And I am going to pull out my my wonderful bearberry seasoning that I used last week. It's great stuff. I love it. You give it a couple shakes of that. It has cayenne in it, ginger, and oh man, it's so good. Bearberry, it's Ethiopian. Okay, we're going to get the flavor of the peppers going because that's really important. Now, I normally don't use the same knife that I'm cutting the peppers and the pork with, but in this instance, I don't really care if the peppers have a little pork on them. You see what I'm saying? All right, there you go. So I'm just going to cut those peppers nice and thin. There we go. This will add to the fettuccine depth of the roux, the aromatic depth of this flavoring here. The peppers are really important to. And one of the many ingredients you could use with this dish is, of course, rosemary, but it doesn't jive with the artichoke. So I'm not going to go in that direction. I'm going to go instead in the Italian direction and put the organic Italian seasoning in. Okay, I'm literally carbonizing the onions right now a little bit, so I'm going to lift those onions off the stove. There we go. Give it a little stir. And then add the peppers. Trying to eliminate any seeds you might see. There we go. This is cooking at level 3, so it's not a big deal. All right, let's do the rest of the pork now. Action cam. I'm going to put them both together like that and kind of cut them, slice them like this. Just make sure that everybody gets a piece of meat. Always watch the knife. Be very careful. Remember, your fingers are just like the pork. You don't want to slip up. Focus every single second with the knife. Oh, we got a boil going. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to finish up here. These are sharp knives. I can tell you that. It's like I sharpened this one recently. That's why I'm using it. And you want to grip it just like you would any handle. Don't take an unorthodox gripping point. I think I want to get rid of some of this sinew over here. There we go. Okay, the sinew can stay. The pork can go in. Nice, really nice pieces of pork. Again, you can use chicken breast, anything you want. You can even go in a weird direction like with seafood, I suppose, with scallops. That would be really good. And you can remain in vegan and use cashews and alternatives like that. All right. Let's go ahead and dust it with a little bit of berry sauce or spice. It's better than the Patty LaBelle, but Patty LaBelle is pretty good too. Okay, we're going to put that in right now. Right on top of the peppers. All right. Rinse my hands off. Throw away the package. It's such a shame that we use so much styrofoam, you know? It's just so pathetic. I mean, it's just like, when are we going to stop this nonsense? It's so easy to replace that with a biodegradable cardboard. Yeah, it's just, well, I think Patty LaBelle is good, but I'm telling you, this Ethiopian berry sauce is incredible, Prince Andrew. All right. Sinew, that's actually compost. Some people say don't put fat in your compost heap. My compost heap is 12 years old, so I really don't think it matters. By the time a couple of years go by, I think that Biden should do the debates in blackface to be completely black. Because if you ain't voting Biden, you ain't black. All right. Now, the nice thing about these discounted Napoleon artichoke bottoms, which you can buy at discount, as you can see, 50% off, is the pull tabs are so easy to pull up. Oh, see what I mean? Jeez Louise. But if you have a thing called a can opener, you can improvise. Alright? No problem. No fuss, no muss. Now that juice is very, very advantageous, and I'm going to throw that artichoke juice in the dish right now. Splash it on there. Press the meat into the pan as best you can. Mix everything together. And now that you're getting everything set for the meal, you can take it up to level 6. I'm going to drop my fettuccine in the boiling water over here. The organic fettuccine from De Bowles. It's not a lot, so you're keeping your carbos down. It's only 8 ounces. It's not a full, it's like a half pound, but here we go. Top of the line fettuccine. I gotta use the scissors on this one. All right, here we go. What I do is I take it and break it into the dish and give it a spin. Give it a spin as soon as you put it in there, and then immediately stir it. Now you want to put salt in the water too. I forgot to do that. I'm going to do it right now. Take some Himalayan salt and put it in there. 85 different minerals. A little pinch. All right. Mine with the near the Mount Lhasa, where the spiritual teacher Ace Ventura was working. You're probably familiar with Ace Ventura's newest oil painting extravaganza that he's on. You know, I wish someone would teach him how to actually paint. It would be wonderful if somebody would just say, hey, Jim, check this out. You can actually paint by drawing an outline with a pencil instead of painting from your libido while masturbating. Yeah. I mean, look at how Norman Rockwell used to project a slide onto a wall. Everyone thought, what a great artist, you know? Give it another stir. Fettuccine typically takes as long as linguine, so yeah. And this has got Jerusalem artichoke infused in it. So I've never had making only the best since 1932. Hey, anybody have any news on the stock market? Let's take a look. Down, up 52 points. Excellent. Good. Sarah will be thrilled to know it's up. Oh, we don't get that David Hart link. I'm so sorry.
Don't you get a seat?
I'm not sure what that is. Ivorian doll. Rumors. Wow. You're really in there, man. Okay. Good boil going over there. You can throw some more seasoning in there if you want. I'm going to take the Jerusalem artichoke and pull them out, or rather, no, they're actually real artichoke bottoms. Sorry. Pull those out. Okay. You don't need to use all the sauce, just a little bit, you know, for spicing. You don't have to use the rest of the can. You can put those somewhere else. I'm going to go ahead and cut these in half and quarter them. There you go. All right. Now this does not have to be your one and only vegetable. You can put celery in here. But I'm going to go away from celery. I want a smooth texture. I don't want a lot of crunchiness. I'm going to go ahead and put the whole thing in there. See how quick I was? Keeping the integrity of the dish, cooking at level 6. Yeah, so it's simple. I mean, it's almost amazingly simple. Okay. Now, I do like a couple ingredients in this dish, like paprika. I'm going to put a little paprika in this. It helps lower your heart rate, so don't do too much. Not too much, just a little bit. And I love turmeric I've got some turmeric I'm going to put in here too because that's really good for your body. Adds to your longevity. Okay, and then give that a big spin with the spatula or a nice. Nice. Okay, give it a night, and then you can cover it up. If you've got a couple of pork things that are sticking together, you just want to break them apart. And I'm going to throw some garlic on this. So, and of course, who doesn't love the pesto sauce that Sarah loves? She loves this stuff. I'm going to add a little pesto sauce to it as well, and garlic. So this is all in the extra category. A touch of that and a splash of garlic out of the jar. I get this bulk at Costco for $5.99. And I guess we won't be using Costco much in the future because it's just ridiculous. It's like you're walking in there, you feel like you're a hostage or something, you know? Okay, keep that level cooking at level 6. We'll throw a little bit more artichoke juice in there. You want to get a roux going in the bottom, a gastrique, so that you pull all those vegetables together and all those smells together, the pork especially, or chicken. You get that roasty smell. Yeah, I better get my paper towel. Okay. I'm going to turn the water off on the fettuccine. It's almost done. I'm going to let it sit in its own water for a bit with the cover slightly ajar. Yeah, so everything's going great. We're looking good for rebuilding the country. I can't wait to start as President of the United States. Thank you all for voting for me in the upcoming election. I appreciate that. I can't wait to get a running start, too, because we really need to have new industries built, specifically replacing the CDC. They've chosen to lie to the American people. They said a couple days ago that masks do prevent droplets of COVID-19, and then they pulled it off their site. So they never had any scientific evidence to back it up. No, I'm not going to be in the debate, Tom. That's the thing. I'm going to be watching the debate, but I'll be giving you my take on the whole thing in the background. That's my swim spa you hear in the background. So, yeah. Here's a little trick we had to use. We used some shop towels in the window during the bad smoke period. You can see there, it's still there. See that? They're like blue shop towels at the base of the window there. Yeah, it's like it's filtering the air, but it doesn't really, matter now. It keeps the smart dust out. That's not a bad idea, broadcasting the debate from the swim spa, but I think I'll pass on it. We'll just do a pretty much an assessment of Joe Biden's mental health during the whole thing. We will be watching for snort activity because what Trump did in 2016 was he sniffled quite a bit. And the sniffling activity is indicative of something. Yeah, so we're going to be watching his sniffles and, of course, Joe's ability to speak because he stammers quite a bit. And oftentimes when he forgets what he said, "Oh, there's Jill out there. Hi, Jill. I'm Joe, Jill's husband." It's like, geez, could you get any more out of it and still be running for president? My God. And the Democrats are actually committing elder abuse by doing this. They really are. It's terrible. I know.
Did you know Kellogg's has many...
I didn't know, and nor do I like commercials. So you're not allowed to post here with commercials. Sorry, we don't encourage commercialism at all. Only put links that have no commercials on them, okay? There is no fourth party candidate. I'm the only candidate that's challenging the two-party system. Okay. Okay, let's turn it down to level low now. And I'm going to throw some white sauce in there. Okay. That's enough. I don't want to use it all. And sometimes I have to use a little milk to soften it up a little bit. So let me throw a little milk in there. There we go. Now give it a nice stir and cover it up again and simmer it. That's beautiful. Wow, that's going to be good coloring. I think take it to level 3, come to think about it. And not simmer, keep it at level 3. Now mushrooms are really good in this, but of course it adds more money to the dish. So I kept it simple. The mushrooms don't have to go in, but it'll be a really tasty meal. You don't have to add more salt because the artichoke has around 500-600 milligrams if you include all the juice in it. So about 400 milligrams. And that spice in the berbere sauce, Ethiopian, will actually help it, round out the taste. Yeah, no posting unless you have good links without commercials. The Biden doing the COVID dance, creepy sleepy Joe. Okay, that'll be good. Thank you. You know, the berbere sauce is so hot. It has cayenne in it, Tom, that I don't think we need hot sauce. But if you don't have berbere sauce or spice, go ahead and put a little shot of cayenne or some hot sauce in there. Definitely. Oh yeah. I would put patty labelle in there, but in fact, I would, to take a serious gander, patty labelle would be good. I put patty labelle number 3 in there if I didn't use the berbere sauce. But I got this as a promotional berbere Ethiopian seasoning, and man, I love it. I will go back and get this from this lady. We got enough to get a free seasoning container. It was a pretty good deal. You have now violated our chat protocol. This is a mute. If you do this again, I will ban you. It is very interesting. But again, cayenne, ginger, it's got some unique flavoring. Cardamom, allspice, roasted garlic, paprika. Hungarian sweet paprika is the base. Cayenne, roasted garlic, allspice, ginger, and cardamom. This weird stuff, Okay. I like cumin. One of my favorite spices. It's the poor man's saffron. Thanks, Tom, but I don't need a mod. Yeah, cumin is the poor man's saffron. I buy it in bulk now. I'm going to throw some cumin in there, too. Oh, look at that sauce. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. That is so nice. Looks perfect. Okay. The turmeric helped with the coloring. It has a really nice color. All right, let's put this in a dish. Somebody almost talked me into making waffles. And I almost made waffles today. I was going to make them with a blender. And I thought, no, that's sending the wrong message. It's just like, actually, they wanted banana bread. And I was going to make a banana bread waffle. Okay, we'll go ahead and pull the fettuccine out of the water. And this half a pound of fettuccine is not, too much, so. Look at that beautiful fettuccine. Wow. Mm. Wow. It smells good too, man. One of the nice things about fettuccine is it's infused with such great ingredients. We'll go ahead and pour this right in here. And we'll take the dinner while it's pretty much boiling and just put it right on top. But before you do, put Parmesan on top of your fettuccine. So the entire dish goes down on the Parmesan and infuses the taste of Parmesan in your fettuccine. Look at that. Wow. That's beautiful. So 5 people can have a feast here for $7. Gourmet meal with artichoke. I used pork. You can use chicken. You can use turkey. You can use scallops. That's a nice one. If you're vegan, you could go with cashews. But what a wonderful dish. And then top it off with a little bit of Parmesan. And you're good to go. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Let me get the top for that. Okay, we'll let it seal in its own heat. And I want to thank you for coming in and watching Artichoke Fettuccini with pork. $7 for 5 people. Thank you so much. Looks very good. Yeah, the coloring worked out great. Okay, welcome to my humble abode here on Diego Garcia. It's beautiful. I love hanging out on the ocean in my green screen reality. All right, you like Dwayne Rock for the VP position? Well, give him a call if he wants to run with me. I certainly, if we've got a month left, let's do it. Yeah, let's make it happen. Hey, talk to you later, guys. I will be in the other room in a couple of minutes. Hang in there. I'm David Sponheim, Mr. Ryan.